So Raman, Ramanacharya belongs to the Sri Sampradaya. Madhavacharya is a Brahma Gaudiya Sampradaya, which is represented. Ramanacharya's body is still kept, it's maintained. It's basically there in Srirangam temple. So I had in fact sent a link also. It is being preserved from almost 1,000 years. So that body is there and it is well preserved without any chemicals. All natural things are applied and the body is maintained. It's very nicely stored. So whenever we have opportunity, we go and do darshan of Ramanacharya, go to Sri Rangam temple, and then there we can do a darshan of Ramanacharya's pure this thing, the divine body which is there. It is there for which we can take darshan. So it is very well preserved. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll start with Srimad Bhagavatam, this last chapter which we are doing on Lord Krishna's story, where Denuka, the demon, of a donkey. So we'll do that. So we have completed some portion of the chapter where we saw how Lord Krishna was enjoying with his friends, how Balram was taken care of by everything, by Krishna massaging his feet. And they used to enjoy it. So beautiful with his coward friends, Lord Krishna and Balram, they had good time. So we'll continue that. Then we'll go to Gajendra Moksha story. So once Sri Ram, Subala, Stoka Krishna and some other boys approached Krishna and Balram with a sweet request. They said, "O mighty arm Balram and beloved Krishna, not far from here lies the beautiful forest of Talavan, filled with palm trees bearing delicious fruits. However, a wicked demon named Denuka in the form of an ass terrorizes that place. He is accompanied by a group of powerful ass demons." So he's not alone, he's having many demons. The boys further described, Denukasura, the demon, is known to devour humans alive, which has instilled fear in everyone, to be people or animals. Even birds avoid flying over that forest, and no one has tasted the sweet-smelling fruits there. We can now smell the fragrance of those fruits that is captivating our minds. Krishna and Balram, we have a strong desire to taste them. Let's go to Talavan. So now, here, the friends are requesting to Balram. See why the friends are desiring. Generally, a friend of Lord Krishna will not have any desires. But here, the children are showing desire because they believe, Lord Krishna can give them anything. And plus, this is a Leela where Lord Krishna, this demon will be killed. Denuka will be killed and that place will become livable for all. So right now, also you find many places which are occupied by some terrorists or something. So it's better to clean such places where such things happen. And Denuka had created so much. So he was devouring humans alive. He was just eating humans, animals, anybody. He used to just eat. And birds never used to fly on those. So you see, you have right now also you have many places where aeroplanes do not fly over that regions because it's very dangerous. The aeroplanes can be, the missile can hit and such things happen. So right now also in human world also, if you see just a contrary thing, it is happening similar way also. So there are some places where the planes don't fly. Here birds are not flying because it's very dangerous place. That demon Denakusur will eat the birds only. So they never used to go. And now the season of that fruits has come and they are getting the sweet smell and they are requesting Krishna Balram, we want to taste them. So hearing the sweet request of their friends and wishing to please them, Krishna and Balram agreed and they all set off for Talavan. So Krishna Balram did not think even for a minute because it's their devotees, their friends who are desiring. So they immediately set. As soon as they entered the forest, Balram shook the palm trees vigorously with his mighty hands like a maddened elephant. He thus caused a shower of tala fruits to fall to the ground. The sound of the falling fruits reached Denuka, the donkey demon, who immediately came to the spot. Denuka's approach made the earth and the trees tremble. He aggressively kicked Balram's chest with his powerful hind legs. He then ran around wildly, braying loudly. So here he's a donkey demon. So now first Balram, they have reached. Balram is just shaking the tree so that the fruits fall down. And Balaram is very strong. So he, by shaking, is as if, like an elephant. His power is like an elephant. And and then the demon is coming. When the demon is coming, again, the earth is trembling. Earth and the trees are trembling. And how does the donkey hit somebody? He'll hit somebody from his back legs, his hind legs, the rear legs which are there. He'll jump, he'll hit a person there. So he has kicked Balram powerfully with his leg. And then again he's running around wildly and braying. So donkeys bray generally. So Denuka kept his back turned to Balram because he's running on the opposite side of Balram because he has to kick Balram from the rear legs. So he'll just turn around and then try to do that. And repeatedly hurling his hind legs at him. So he's continuously hitting. However, with Mahaprabhu, Balram seized Denuka by his hooves. So his feet, hooves are there. He just picked him, spun him around with a single hand. With a single hand, he spun him around. And the violent motion led to Denuka's demise. So Denuka is just dead. So Balram is so powerful, with 1 minute, he just rotated him and he's just dead. Balram then flung Kasura's lifeless body into the tallest palm tree. So he just threw it in the tallest palm tree and the fruits fell from there, which couldn't bear the weight of the demon and broke. Consequently, all the trees started shaking and colliding with each other as if a strong wind was blowing. See how Balram and Krishna, they are with one leg, they are just killing each demons. And all the demons are being killed. Balram's defeat in defeating Denakasura wasn't astonishing, for he possesses the incredible power as Krishna. Same incredible power. Following Denakasura's death, the other multicolored ash demons rushed forward to attack Krishna and Balram. The two brothers effortlessly seized them one by one, holding their hind legs and tossed them into the top of the palm tree. So everybody is on the trees and the trees are falling. You can see the picture how it is. And this act caused hundreds of palm fruits to fall to the ground, covering Salavan with the piles of ripe fruits. So ripe fruits, all are fruits which are ready to eat. They are completely, ready. The tangled, the life bodies of ashes and the tangled remains of the broken palm trees. So all ashes are dead, the trees are broken, and everything is down, giving it the appearance of a sky adorned with clouds. So the sky is looking like clouds because all multicolored donkeys are there, and it's looking like the clouds. The Devatas from the heavens showered flowers and offered music and prayers in praise of Krishna and Balram. Now people could freely enjoy the fruits of Talavan without fear, and the cows could graze peacefully on the grass in that forest. So this is what Lord Krishna says. They have Krishna and Balram, they utilize that place, and that place can now be used by children, everybody. So earlier it was completely taken over by the demons, demon and his friends. And now that place has been freed. So what was Denuka's past life? So most of the past lives are in every story is somebody, whoever is liberated by the Lord. He was a nice person. He did a mistake. Some sage cursed him, and then he sought forgiveness, and the sage gave him blessing that Lord will come and he'll liberate you. So Denakasura also something similar. In his previous life was known as Shika, a powerful prince, the son of King Bali. So King Bali's family structure we don't know much, but except that his grandfather was Bhakt Prahlad. So Bhakt Prahlad, he came from demon family. King Bali also came from demon family. So once Sahasika sported with 10,000 women at Gandha Madana mountain. So he was there with 10,000 women. Mountain, just sporting and enjoying. The music in that forest with many instruments playing disturbed Durvasa Muni. So, right now also you have this DJ parties happening and people are sick, so they disturb somebody. So that disturbs Durvasa Muni. And Durvasa Muni, if he is disturbed, so obviously it is bad time for that person. A great sage who is in deep meditation in a nearby cave. See, previously now, if you see, all the sages, they used to stay in caves. So recently when I went to this cave of Jamban Gufa near Porbandar, that cave is cool inside. It has lights also, because some places that some hole is made and so the light flows. And that place is pretty cool, and it was so nice. If you go there, you don't need any fan, AC. A cool breeze keeps on coming, and it is all mud, so it is very pleasant place there. So the sages also used to stay in a cave. Durvasa Muni, who had a long beard, wooden sandals, and carried a stick, was filled with anger as he confronted Sahasika. He admonished him, saying, "You foolish person, you make so much noise and behave like an ass. Become an ass. After 400,000 years in the sacred forest of Talavan, with the divine circle of within the divine circle of Mathura, you will attain liberation through the hands of Lord Balram." So now, if Durvasa Muni would be there in this planet, say in Mumbai, and if he goes to some locations, there'll be people, the noise is there always, the party is happening, so much of disturbance. So he would have been cursing so many people. So nobody will be left this thing. Because right now the people, they want to enjoy, the parties are there, the noise is too much. You go on Saturday night or Friday night to Jew side or South Bombay, you will find everybody is running. So today only I was speaking to somebody, he says, in our society only, there are ladies. He says, I go for my work or I go to a Gurdwara in the morning at 5 a.m. There are ladies who are coming home drunk in the early morning in the building. So that's the culture, which is happening. So such people will actually become an ass in the next life. So after 400,000 years, 400 years, 400,000 years, so it's equal to 4 lakh years. Bali and Sahasika were the descendants of Prahlad Maharaj. Because Lord Krishna had given Prahlad the benediction, your descendants will not be killed by me. Krishna arranged for Denakusara to be killed by Lord Balram. So if you see, this story connects with our Bhakt Prahlad story. Bhakt Prahlad was given a benediction by Lord Krishna that your 7 generations up, 7 generations down, they all will get liberated. And here Krishna, that's the reason Krishna did not kill Denakasura. He allowed Balram to kill him and liberate him actually. So he had to keep that benediction, of given to Prahlad Maharaj. And they were all belonging to the same family. The Lord can even forcefully take away the possession of selfish parents and offers them to his pure-hearted devotees. After vanquishing the demons and ensuring the safety of the cows and gopas, Krishna and Balaram joyfully made their way back to their homes at Brij. They sang, danced, and played as they returned. Krishna's hair, dusted with the earth raised by the cow's hoofs, looked enchanting. He wore a peacock feather on his head and adorned himself with forest flowers. With a charming glance and a beautiful smile, Krishna played his flute while the other Gopas praised him through songs. So the Lord, now they have enjoyed, and Lord has forcefully taken away the possession of selfish people and given to whom? Given to his pure-hearted devotees. So those fruits and that garden. And then they are back, and so with a beautiful look, he's this thing. And he's playing his flute regularly. So on the flute now, there are a lot of great, writings by great sages on why the gopis are so jealous of this flute, because the flute is always on the lips of Lord Krishna, and gopis feel that lips belong to us, they are our property, and this flute is actually enjoying it without any rights, without any great deeds. Maybe the flute has done actually great deeds much better than us. That's why flute having that luxury of being on the lips of the Lord. So the flute has a very, very great significance. When Krishna finally arrived home, Mother Yashoda and Rohini were ready to receive the beloved sons. They lovingly offered them the best things at the right time. The mothers bathed their 2 radiant boys, gave them massages, dressed them in fine clothes, and adorned them with garlands and fragrant oils. This relieved Krishna and Balaram of their fatigue they had experienced during their adventures in the forest. So mothers are so much taking care, giving them baths, giving them massages, and applying fragrant oils. Afterwards, they enjoyed a really delicious meal prepared by the mothers and then rested on their comfortable beds. So such a lovely seva the mothers are giving to Lord Krishna and Balaram. Eventually, the summer season arrived in Vrindavan. One day, Krishna ventured into the forest alone without his brother Balaram. Accompanied by his friends and the cows, they made their way to the Yamuna River. Because of the heat, their throats parched, and from the scorching summer sun. So this is now next episode, which will start where the children, Lord Krishna has gone. He is not there with Balram. So he has gone to Yamuna River. They are playing, and it's summer, and they are thirsty. So now they are going to drink water from the river. So the boys and cows eagerly drank water from the river, but as soon they consumed the water, they fell down lifeless. So this is the story of Kalia Nag, which will come in the next episode, in the next book, which Prabhuji will start. So why did this happen? Was the water poisonous? Would they be revived? What action does Krishna take now? To know the answers to all these questions and dive into even more exhilarating tales of Lord Krishna and Vrindavan, brace yourselves for the forthcoming volume of the Bhagavatam Tales. Get ready for an adventure beyond our dreams, children. Until then, stay happy, healthy, curious, and you be profusely blessed by our beloved Lord Krishna. So this book is complete. The book, it's a Bhagavatam Tales 4 by Gaurav Das Prabhuji. So this ends here. He'll come up. So the next volume should come anytime, maybe in some time. And when it comes, we'll continue. But we'll continue. We are on the Bhagavatam Tales 3, which we'll continue, and we'll complete that. After that, we'll end our sessions. A lesson on fulfilling desires. Because in that book, we have Gajendra Moksha, we have Samudra Manthan, and we have Vaman Avatar. And plus, there are a lot of small stories. Very nice one. So we'll do that. Maybe we may require 5-6 sessions. We should be able to complete that. However, some people hold the notion that God is distant, rule-bound figure who punishes us for our mistakes. So a lesson on fulfilling desires. However, through his enchanting adventures in Vrindavan, Lord Krishna dispels such misconceptions. The forest of Talavan was under the control of a deadly demon Dhenuka. Remarkably, although Lord Krishna had no personal desire to taste or enjoy the fruits there, he fearlessly went into the dangerous forest. See, Lord is Atmaram. He doesn't need anything to enjoy. In fact, he married to 16,108 wives, but none of them is that he proposed. He never requested anybody to be married with him. Each wife pleaded to Lord Krishna to marry him, and he fulfilled the desire by marrying. So here also, Lord does not want any fruit, but he went because his devotees, they requested. And he fearlessly went into the dangerous forest solely in response to the sincere request of his Gopa friends. This story beautifully illustrates how God is not just a divine ruler, but our dearest friend. He is willing to both correct our most significant errors and fulfill our smallest desires, always acting in our ultimate best interest. So with Dhruv Maharaj also, you see, when Lord Vishnu came, he did not, after that, Dhruv Maharaj did not want anything initially, but when he started doing tapasya and austerity, he did because he wanted a kingdom greater than his grandfather, who is Lord Brahma. But Lord fulfilled that desire, even though Dhruv Maharaj, after when seeing the Lord, he said, "Dare, who wants such all material things? I have seen you, I have got the Lord, nothing more I desire." So here also, he is fulfilling the desires, but the Lord says, "I'll fulfill your desires that way." But he'll always act in our ultimate best interest. So the difference between Bhagwan and Devta is very important. So we would have heard this also. So Devis and Devtas, they will, you request something, they will give you that thing. You pray to them, I need money, I need material things. They will fulfill your desires, but they will not think whether it is good or bad for you. But whereas Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu, any incarnations, if you worship them, if you request something, they will give you only if it is good for you. If you ask something bad, they will not give you. They will give you something better. They will always give you the best thing for you. So that's the difference in worshipping Bhagwan compared to Devi Devta. Okay, what we'll do, we'll start with Gajendra Moksh, one of the very, very beautiful. Just a minute now. Yeah, we'll start with Gajendra Moksh. So Gajendra, who is Gajendra? He is a very, very strong, big elephant, and he's staying at Trikuta mountain. So there's a higher planets. There's a mountain range. It's a mountain range which is called Trikuta. Trikuta means three peaks. So three peaks. There are three peaks of mountains, and all three peaks are made of different metals. So the one peak is of iron, the other peak is of precious silver, and the third peak is of fine gold. So these are located in higher planets, these three peaks, and they are beautified. They are very beautiful, basically, and there are aromatic milk ocean which is surrounding this mountain. So they have a milk ocean, like we have a salt ocean on the planet Earth. There it is a milk ocean, and there are various places, where you have honey flowing, milk, sugarcane juice, or in fact, there's some somaras, and basically there are many places where in heavenly planets there are oceans of or rivers of such things. So here there's a milk ocean which is there. The other smaller peaks in this range, basically, and these all smaller peaks, they have lot of pearls, they have minerals. So if you see the mountains now, mountains contain lot of minerals and important things inside them. That's what they give. That's why people do mining. They to break the mountains for taking those things for our use, material use. And these caves, and there are caves inside this where you have celestials being staying. So previously, people used to these guys used to stay in caves in such places. So caves were as good as good houses for them, and the whole place was with beautiful gardens, sweet chirping birds, and gems around the lakes and rivers. So it was a very beautiful atmosphere. So what we see on the planet Earth, if you go to a beautiful place like say Kashmir or Switzerland, it is just it's nothing minuscule of what is there in heavenly planets. It's just a small thing what we have. In such a beautiful Kuttam region, there was a beautiful garden which was called Ritumat, and this garden belonged to the god, ocean god Varuna. So that was the garden, and in that garden there were flowers and fruit-laden trees, and there were various what do you say lakes. There were various lakes with lotus flowers inside, and bumming bees. Everything was there, and the birds were chirping, and there were sweet scented kadamba trees covering these water bodies. So this was a beautiful place, and this Gajendra, he was a very, very powerful elephant, and he had his own family. So once, and whenever he used to pass by, or whenever with the sound or with the smell also, all the animals would run away. He was so powerful, and all the animals, including lions, leopards, they also used to run away because everybody was afraid with this. All ferocious animals, they were run away. And he used to travel with his she elephants, and a lot of elephants would come along with him. So once when he was wandering in the forest, so once he decided, to go for a picnic, like we all go for a holiday, he also said, let's go for a picnic, let's go for enjoyment. He took all his family, wives, and children, everybody for a picnic. Then when he felt thirsty, when they were roaming, so they saw this beautiful lake, they went inside and started drinking the waters. So the waters were mixed with lotus flowers or lotus pollen, and he was drinking it. His family was drinking. Then what he did, his family went out. He was still drinking, and he started throwing water on them. He started playing holy. So he was just enjoying. He started enjoying. But what happened? He started enjoying for a little too much of time. So it's like us, in material world, we enjoy sometimes, it's okay. But if we go excess, we just keep on only enjoying, then obviously something will catch us. Time will catch us. Old age will catch us. So, I've seen people, who enjoy their young life. If they spend a lot of time on enjoyment, youth, they suffer a lot in their old age. They have a lot of diseases. They struggle, and they see many, many tough things. So enjoyment should be very limited. We should have a very disciplined life. If you want our old age and other things to be little better. But if you do too much of enjoyment, too much of drinking, so there was a person called Rakesh Junjunwala. He was one of the top stockbrokers, and he made a lot of money. He was a multi-millionaire. So he just passed away, I think, last year or just some time back. He died. Sorry, yeah, me.
Yes, sir.
So he was very strong stockbroker. So he lived his life. drinking, smoking. But when at the end, he was detected with cancer and he knew that he will pass away. Then he realized, what is the use of this money? And he wasted so much time enjoying. He regretted a lot. He said, he left with so much of wealth. What's the point? 24,000 crores, something, that kind of wealth he had. This AXA airline belongs to him. There are a lot of companies which he had. And now his wife, Rekha Jhunjhunwala, manages everything. So this is like, we enjoy in our youth. That means definitely be prepared. The person will actually suffer in his old age. And such people may get death early or may not get death early, but they will suffer for some time. So Gajendra also, he's entered the lake and he's enjoying. And when he starts enjoying, he doesn't stop. He's just enjoying. And then what happens? He's in a playful mood. Then there is a crocodile who is staying inside the lake. So the lake actually belongs to the crocodile because that is his house. And for some time it is okay. You come, drink water, go away. But you're standing there, you're just enjoying. It disturbed him a lot. I think, who is this person here who is disturbing me so much? He is disturbing so much for this thing. Then Gajendra, what he did, he caught the leg of the elephant. He caught the leg of Gajendra. So sorry, the crocodile caught the leg of the Gajendra. So now this is the crocodile is representing time, and Gajendra is representing us human beings. It represents how we are devoting time, how we utilize our time is important. Because if we do right things, then we have used the time properly. But if we have not done that, this time will ultimately catch us and we will not realize how the time has flied off. And in today's world, our life is very fast. If we are working, the days, the weeks, the years are just passing by. And we will not realize and we would not have done any devotion and time would have caught it. So now Gajendra thought, what is this? He just tried to shake, but he was not able to do. And he tried, but then his wives were there. His wives and friends were standing outside. They tried to pull him out, but still not possible. They were not able to pull. So they waited. They tried helping. The wives were crying. There was this thing, what is happening? They are not able to help him. And Gajendra and crocodile, their fight began. But what is the problem? The crocodile is at his natural habitat. His natural habitat is water. Whereas Gajendra, the elephant's natural habitat is land. If on land, somebody would have caught him, he would have easily won. But here, crocodile is powerful. Gajendra kept on losing his strength, whereas the crocodile kept on gaining the strength. And this fight went on for 1,000 years. And by the time, his wives, friends, everybody left him. So have you seen the situation in recent times? How somebody wants to help, but still they are not able to help. So there have been so many incidents, but this few years back, we had very big incident. So which was that incident which happened few years back? Yeah. So what was the Corona? Yes, you are Corona. So Corona, what people, so suppose if you had COVID at that time in your family, so suppose one member had a COVID in their family. So what was he was isolated. He was put in a room and nobody can meet him. And how the food was given to him? By pushing a plate inside. And when he gives the plate back, with a gloves you wash the plate and this thing. So is it that the family didn't love that person? The family loved him, but they couldn't help. So they had to do that way. So many people passed away. So I have a friend who passed away and nothing. He passed away in the night. His body was wrapped in a, dustbin bag type of paper, black wrap. It was wrapped and the family couldn't touch it because COVID, you cannot touch it. It was the ambulance, the hospital, those authorities, they took the body, they cremated it and nothing. You couldn't do anything for that at the time. So it was not properly the way rituals happened. So in COVID time, people who passed away, is it that family did not want to do anything? But they were helpless. So here Gajendra is helpless. Family wants to help friends, but this is the situation will happen anytime to us. We should realize we'll always be alone. Family will be there, they'll support. But beyond the point, they can't. Right now, I have one of my friends. 3 months back, he has been detected with cancer. Maybe, or somebody is detected. So doctors say he may last for 3 months, 6 months, whatever. But what can a family do now? Okay, but what can doctors do? Nothing. They say, you pray to God. That's it. Situations will be there where there'll be nobody to help us. So we should always, who is the person? We have to always look upon the Lord. So Gajendra is going through what human beings go through in normal life. So Gajendra is also going through this. So this happened and everybody left him. And Gajendra was becoming weak, and his mental and physical strength depleted because of this. Because whenever you are in stress, not only your physical strength goes, your mental strength also goes away. And he was feeling helpless. So now, this is the danger what we are, as I explained to you, the time can take us. We can come in danger anytime. We don't know what will happen next moment. Yeah. So now what happened? Gajendra is thinking, all my relatives, friends, they cannot rescue me from this crocodile. My wives are weeping, but they still can't save me. So now what should I do? So Gajendra got some thought and he remembered his previous life. When he remembered his previous life, he remembered the only way is I should worship God. And he started worshiping. So he started thinking. So he started praying to the Lord. He didn't know whom to pray. He didn't know you have to pray to uh, which God. He didn't know Lord Vishnu or Lord Narayan. So he started praying. So his prayers are like this. So let's hear to his prayer. Oh Lord, you are the root cause of everything in the entire universe. You are its creator, maintainer, and destroyer. The entire universe is dependent on you. You are the shelter of all the great sages and devas. I bow down to you. By your divine energy, you can see everything. It's impossible to even for the great devas and sages to understand you fully. So he's having this knowledge, about the God. It's impossible to even for the great devas so to understand you fully. Then how can an unintelligent animal like me understand you? So if you believe that Gajendra is unintelligent and human beings in Kali Yuga are intelligent, we are wrong. Gajendra is more intelligent than human beings in the material world in this Kali Yuga. Human beings are actually most unintelligent in this world now. Only selfless devotees who flawlessly practice bhakti can truly know you and attain you. And he's praying. In this, he's describing the characteristics of the God. He's not calling to Krishna, Ram, Vara, Narasimha. He's not saying, but he's remembering the God because he didn't know what he could not remember the identity of the God, but he remembered the prayers. So he remembered the qualities who can protect him. So he's continuing. He says, oh Lord, you appear in various incarnations in different yugas to protect your devotees. Being extremely merciful, you liberate anyone who performs bhakti unto you. You stay within the hearts of all living beings and observe all their activities. My dear Lord, I do not wish to live anymore after being released from the jaws of this crocodile. Now he got that intelligence thing. What's the point of living in this material world? Nobody can save me. Wife has left me. My family is left. He's saying, you save me, but I don't want to live further. I want to be liberated. And even if you release me from this, I want to die. What is the use of an elephant body covered with ignorance? I desire liberation. I only desire to attain you. This is a very important thing. We are actually living as an elephant body. We are dumb. We live as a dumb. Just working like asses. People work from morning. They go to office. So people leave their homes at 7:30 in the morning. They reach office. They work for 9, 10 hours minimum. So if you're working from 9, you'll work till 7, 8. You go back home, you reach 9, 9:30. So people who travel from long, so in Bombay, people come from Kalyan or some far off places. They travel in the train. Their life is gone. Means the whole day working like donkeys. What are they doing? They are actually, it's like, elephant body covered with ignorance. So they are just working like asses. And just for what? For earning money. And that money will be useless after a point of time. So Gajendra also had a lot of money, a lot of power, but that couldn't save him. Could he tell to the crocodile, take 1 crore, I have these many gold coins, take this, but please leave me. Crocodile would not listen also. Same way, go to a doctor and say, you are the last stage of cancer. And you say, doctor, I'm giving you 10 crores, please save me. Doctor can't do anything. You give him whatever. So this money is useless beyond a point of time. It can't save you. So he's also saying, I want desire liberation. Thus he is described, Gajendra has described all this attributes. There were devtas, Brahma, Indra and all devtas, they were seeing Gajendra in this situation, But they are saying, he is not calling our name. He's not calling Brahma, he's not calling Indra, he's not calling anybody, any Devta. So they said, no, no, he's not calling us. Why should we go? He seems to be it seems talking about the qualities of Lord Vishnu. So he's not calling us, so we'll not go. And because he's calling qualities of Lord Vishnu, but Lord Vishnu will not come very easily. So this is what the Devtas are thinking. Devtas are thinking, Lord Vishnu to itna jaldi aata hai. He'll not come. So, and they were indifferent, so they ignored him. But Lord Hari, here he shows, he is not indifferent to his devotees. He is the most merciful person. Although Gajendra is not requesting, he is not telling the name of Lord Hari, Lord Narayan, but Lord Narayan, Lord Hari is thinking, he's telling about my qualities. Of course he's telling about me. What are we talking? He says he's calling me only, and he gets ready. So he's sitting with his wife, with Lakshmi Mata is sitting, and suddenly he gets up and he says, I'll come. He calls his bird Garud, come, let's go. And he sits on Garud and says, come, let's go fast to my devotee Gajendra, who is in danger. So when they start flying, so Garud flies at the speed of its mind. So his speed is as good as, think. So suppose I think I'm in Vrindavan, so he'll reach in Vrindavan. So that's the speed at which he flies. Now, but Lord is feeling that he's flying very slow. What the Lord does, he says, Garud, you leave. I will take you on my arms and I'll go fast. So he takes Garud in his arms and he reaches quickly to that place. So he reaches to the lake. And first thing he does is, with the Sudarshan Chakra, he comes there and he cuts kills the crocodile. And this Devtas are watching, Lord Hari has come. And Devta says, he's going to save, and he's gone to save this thing. And we are thinking that he will not go. How foolish we are. And what they did, now to compensate their foolish thought, they just went behind Lord Hari and they also reached to that Calcutta mountain. So, and when the Lord came, Gajendra, first thing what he did, he picked up a flower. He picked up a lotus flower, which was there in the pond. So in our life also, if we want to give something to the Lord, whatever is in our vicinity or whatever is possible for us, we should offer. Lord doesn't expect us to offer the best of the things always. So whatever possible. So Gajendra, what he could offer? He's in a lake, one leg caught by the crocodile. He has with his trunk, he holds a lotus flower and he offers to the Lord. And then here he prays. Now he sees the Lord and he remembers the Lord's name. Now he says, O Narayan, O Supreme Master, I offer my heartful obeisance unto you. And pleased with Gajendra. So after this, actually, Sudarshan Chakra is hit by the Lord. The Lord is pleased with his devotion. And with his Sudarshan Chakra, he severs the head of crocodile. Then everybody showering flowers, Brahma, Shiva, everybody showers flowers. Gandharvas are dancing. And immediately the crocodile turns into a handsome Gandharva. Gandharva are those dancers and musicians. He becomes that. And Gajendra also attains a similar form of the Lord. So he also attains a form which is similar to the Lord with four hands and this way. And Gajendra had been a great devotee of the Lord, Vishnu in his past life. So we'll read about next, what was Gajendra's previous birth and what was this crocodile's previous birth. But here, there's one more important learning. This happens when Gajendra is asking Lord Vishnu, Lord Hari, I called you first. You came on my request, but you liberated the crocodile first. Why did you do that? What was the reason for liberating him first? You should have liberated me first now. I'm standing, I'm requesting you, you're coming at my request, but this crocodile is in fact, he had put me in danger and you are liberating him. So the Lord tells, I liberate the person who is on the feet, who touches the feet of who is holding the feet of my devotee. Since Gajendra, you are my devotee, and that crocodile was holding to your feet. So he's more, I have more administration to him. So the Lord is trying to say, the devotees of Lord are more lovable to Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu. So that's the reason I liberated the crocodile first, because he was catching the feet of a devotee. So for us also, for human beings, hold to a devotee, hold to the feet of the devotee. Always work, be under a guru, be under Vaishnavas, and spend, be under them. God will give you protection, but God will protect that person first. So then the devotee. So there are many examples of this. So here also, that is what the Lord is. That's why the crocodile was liberated first. So here also Gajendra actually remembered the prayers of his previous birth. So now we'll hear here what was the previous life of Gajendra and this crocodile. So first we'll hear about crocodile. So when the Sudarshan Chakra was bearded crocodile, the crocodile became a beautiful Gandharva, and he circumambulated the Lord and went to Gandharva Lok. So he went to his place. And in his previous life, Gandharva was a king. He was a king, Gandharva king named Huhu. His name was Huhu. And once he was bathing in a lake with his wife. So he was bathing, he was taking a bath in a lake with his wife. And there was a sage named Devala who was just praying. He was offering worship. Maybe he was praying to Lord, to the sun god. And he was offering prayers to the sun god in that lake. So who was mischievous, So generally you will find people who are with ladies or girls, they try to impress the girls. How they try to impress the girls? By pulling somebody else's leg, or pulling somebody, or making a joke on somebody else. So who also got some similar thought. He said, I want to impress my wife. So he saw that sage, he's there in the lake, he's offering prayers. I'll go down and I'll pull his leg. So he goes down and he tries to pull his leg. And then who says, oh, fool, what are you doing? So he opens his eyes. This thing is disturbing. So he says, oh, foolish Gandharva, you are behaving like a crocodile. May you become a crocodile. So he became a crocodile. So what will happen? Who will realize his mistake? And then he will offer forgiveness. So he same thing. He says, please forgive me for this foolish act. Please relieve me of the curse. So when Devala says, okay, you have accepted your mistake. So I can't reverse the curse, but at least I can give you one benediction, that when you become a crocodile, you will be slayed by Lord Vishnu and will be liberated. So all the demons, same story. So all the people who get this. So here, same. So this Huhu, Gandharva king, he becomes a crocodile and he is liberated. And then after that, who is Gajendra? By the touch of Lord Hari, Gajendra was also relieved and he also got liberated from ignorance. So Gajendra then attained a same spiritual form of the Lord with dazzling yellow garments and 4 hands. And this mukti is called Saurupya Mukti. So there are 4 types of muktis, liberation, what we call it. See, Vaishnavas don't look for liberation. They only want devotional service in Golok Vrindavan. They want only devotional service with the Lord, association of devotees. That's what they pray for, because that's the best thing. You will keep on enjoying. That's the best, highest platform. But here, what is the 4 types of muktis? One is Saurupya Mukti. Saurupya Mukti is the same form. So Lord and me look similar. So most of the Vaikuntha planets, you will find everybody looks same. So Saurupya Mukti. Then there's a second one which is called Salokya Mukti. Salokya Mukti is you stay in the same planet of the Lord, although you look different. You may not be, you have a different look which is given, but you stay in the same planet of the Lord. Then that third one is Samipya Mukti. Samipya Mukti is staying very close to the Lord in his abode. So also in the same planet, very close to Lord, very close to his house. So you are staying Samipya Mukti, very close to the Lord in his abode. Then Sarsti Mukti, attaining the same opulence like of that of the Lord. Opulence means same wealth, same similar things, luxury, similar palace, everything same. Not only the looks, but also you get everything, same facilities, what the Lord is getting. So you get the same opulence like that. So these are the 4 types of mukti liberation. Now, in the previous birth, Gajendra was Gajendra, he was a king. His name was Indradimna. So Indradimna also has a story around it. Indradimna, he was a glorious Pandya king in the south. He was a Pandya dynasty king. And he was a great devotee of Lord Krishna. And he used to rule his kingdom verily. But when he grew old, he retired from his family and went to the hermitage at Malaya Hills. And he was performing his austerity. He was doing proper. He went to the forest, did this thing, and everything proper. Like Bharat. So Bharat was also, he retired everything. But what he did, Indradimna had accepted a vow of silence that he will not talk to anybody. So he was always meditating. So like Jad Bharat, you never used to talk, or Rishabh Muni, Rishabh, when we heard about, he also did not talk. He had taken a vow of silence. And he was doing all the thing. At that time, what happened? He was worshipping, his eyes were closed, and he was doing meditation. At that time, Agastya Rishi was passing by. He just came there. And when he saw to Indradumna, he did not get up. Obviously, his eyes were closed. He did not get up. So Agastya Muni became angry. He's not giving respect to me. He's not gentle, this king. He's degraded and uneducated. And he is insulted. So he's behaving like a dull person. Let him become an elephant in his next life. So this, although King Indradumna was a great devotee of the Lord, the reason why he got this curse was that Lord wanted to liberate him fast. So that next birth he becomes elephant and I'll liberate him. He doesn't have to go through cycles of more births and deaths. So that's the reason this Leela was there. Although he was good. And Agastya left, and because of this, he became this thing. But Agastya's curse was actually a boon. It was indirectly a boon to the by the Lord. And because of this, he this thing. And then Lord Hari took him to Vaikuntha. So Lord Hari says now, one who hears the story of Gajendra early in the morning, also we are listening in the evening, so in the US it is morning, don't worry. One who hears the story of Gajendra early in the morning will become a great devotee and will be freed of all kinds of sinful reactions. So he will become a great devotee and his sinful reactions will be freed. After getting out of bed in the morning, one who chants this narration can counteract all the troubles of bad dreams. So if you get bad dreams, you'll never get bad dreams if you listen to the story of Gajendra. Anyone who offers Gajendra's prayers to Lord Hari early in the morning shall surely attain the spiritual world at the end of their life. So it's not, it's in the morning itself, but listening to such stories, obviously, we get a lot of benefits. So a lesson on curse, both were cursed, but finally they got mercy. So we saw in all the stories what we read, in fact, of Lord Krishna's, whatever demons had come, they were all cursed by a sage. They pleaded, they requested forgiveness, then they were given benediction that you will be liberated by the Lord. And this continues. So here we end the story of Gajendra Ripti. Okay. Then we'll do Samudra Manthan next session. So Lord Nityananda is a Guru Tattva. He's Balaram himself. And his mercy is required. So without his mercy, so the stories, anyone nobody can approach Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu directly or Lord Krishna's Bhakti and Nityananda Prabhu is the one who saved this thing. Jagai Madai were two drunkards and they were creating nuisance and they in fact they attacked Nityananda Prabhu. What he used to do is only job was to distribute Krishna Bhakti. Whoever he meets, he tells, Krishna ka naam lo, chant Lord Krishna's name, Hari Bolo, Hari Bol. So his only thing was he used to say. So Jagai Madai were drunkard, he was trying to preach there, but they wanted to beat him and they attacked him. So they hit a stone on something on his head and it started bleeding. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately came there and he took out his Sudarshan Chakra. He wanted to actually kill those Jagai Madai. But Nityananda Prabhu is very merciful. He requests Chaitanya Prabhu, this incarnation of this basically you come here for distribution of bhakti and transforming people. We are here to transform people, not by killing them, but by giving them the knowledge of bhakti, making them devotees. We want to make them peaceful and devotees. So that's what our mission is. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu forgives them and pulls back this thing. And Jagai Madai get transformed into great devotees. And they start worshipping Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Nityananda Prabhu is very, very great. So his family is mentioned here. So Hadai Pandit was his father and Padmavati was his mother. And he had two wives, Janva Mata and Vasudha Mata. So that way. And he was always with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But most of the time, Nityananda Prabhu stayed in Mayapur. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to stay more time in Jagannath Puri. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there in Jagannath Puri and Nityananda Prabhu was distributing devotional service to all in Mayapur and around. So in East Bengal, West Bengal, when it was changing. So tomorrow is the day. So it's a fasting up to noon, Bimala Mataji, tomorrow.
Yes, fasting up to noon.
Fasting up to noon. Okay, so if possible, do fasting up to noon, or do phala if you can, if you want to take something. You can do up to noon, and then you take a regular food afterwards, correct? Or Ekadashi food.
Somewhere they take Ekadashi food, somewhere they take normal food.
So whatever is convenient you can do. So fasting up to noon, 12 p.m. Okay, 12 noon. So we'll end